Hey y'all, it's Bailey with Reclaim Grace. I am so happy you clicked on this video today. I cannot believe it, but we have reached 5,000 subscribers. That makes my heart so happy. So I want y'all to know it is appreciated, and I'm just so thankful y'all have decided to support me in this crazy dream of starting a YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing 3 Christmas projects that I hope y'all enjoy, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I hope everyone is doing well today. We're going to get started with project 1, which is a mail organizer I have already made over one time and it has not sold. So we're going to get started by using this very old and very thick Dixie Belle red paint. I'm going to use it until it's gone. It is still fine to use. And the bonus part, since it was so thick, I only had to give it one coat, which is always a plus. I'm cutting in around this outside edge, and then I'm coming to do the front pieces. I'm also going to paint inside the little cubbies, but I want to tell y'all where I got inspired to do this project. I follow Ellen J. Good's Lynn, and she is amazing, y'all. Her aesthetic, her vibe, and just her skill is out of this world. She made over a mail organizer and turned it into a Christmas card holder, and I knew I wanted to give it a try and put my own spin on things. So after we got that red paint everywhere, I felt like it would look good. We're coming in now with Raw Silk by Fusion, and we're going to give the fronts of our little cubbies a few coats of this paint. It did take about 3 coats to get that gray paint covered up. I pulled some transfers out of the new IOD transfer book called Kitschy Christmas, and I'm just figuring out placement here, and once I'm happy with the way things are looking, we will start transferring. Every transfer book, comes with this little plastic. It's a hard plastic burnishing tool. I'm going to use to just rub all over that carrier sheet, and I will start lifting one corner and riding the wave is what they call it. It's lifting and rubbing at the same time, and this truly helps your transfers release a whole lot faster. We're going to get the rest of these transferred down. And with the 2 sweet angel girls reading a book together, their bottoms are going to get cut off, but I knew I had to keep them together in design wise because I just felt like they belonged together. They're 2 little sisters reading, and I just thought they were really precious. I wanted to keep them both together. So I did have to waste a little bit of a transfer there, but I honestly didn't feel too bad about it. Once I burnished all the transfers, we're coming in with the 2-part fine line crackle. This is only probably my second time after those Santa mugs y'all see me upcycle a few videos ago. So I'm still pretty experimenting with this product. So I'm just trying different paintbrush strokes because I have used another crackle medium before, and I have learned that the most random paintbrush strokes give you the most natural crackle. So I applied that step 1. I am a very impatient crafter, so I dried it with my heat gun. I let it cool off, and now I'm coming in with a new brush with the step 2, applying it the same way we did the step 1, and then I let this sit overnight to dry. The next day, I came in and I knew I wanted to add this garland transfer to the sides of our little Christmas card holder, but it would not fit the whole stretch. So I cut it in the most natural way I could, and we're going to come in at the top and apply a piece, and then at the bottom and apply a piece going up. Just transferring that down, and then I will burnish these very well with that little protective sheet. Now we need to seal over that Dixie Belle chalk paint. So I'm using this polyacrylic matte, which does not have a matte finish in my opinion. It's more like a satin finish. And that's kind of what I was after. So everywhere we have red, I'm going to apply this polyacrylic, trying my best not to get onto those white pieces that we applied that two-part crackle because this polyacrylic is a water-based product and I learned from last time that the fine line crackle does not work well with water-based products. So I'm just going to apply a one coat coverage layer and then we are going to come in with the Fusion Agent Wax and bring out those crackles to our little front dividing pieces. Do y'all feel like some days y'all talk better than others? I know I do. Like sometimes I get up here and do this voiceover and I'm like, yeah, that was great. And then other times I'm like, Bailey, words. It's not that hard. So y'all bear with me. We're going to buff in that wax on each of our little sections. And whenever I get to the top piece, I start experimenting a little bit by dabbing instead of wiping. And I really like the way that looked. Also experimenting with how much agent wax I am going to wipe back. I'm just going to play with it until I get it all into the crackle and I like the way it looks. Here, I'm trying to show y'all that gorgeous crackle. That just makes me so happy. I'm so glad I found this product. I really like the results I get from it. Last step is just to antique gold rub and buff those little hooks, and this project is done. I absolutely love how this came out. I would price it at $24.95. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this project. And y'all let me know what y'all are doing with those kitschy Christmas transfers I know y'all bought. It is really hard to believe I started this YouTube channel a few months ago, and we are at 5,000 subscribers. Thank y'all so much for hitting that subscribe button. Y'all support means the world to me. Our second project, we're starting off with this solid wood candle holder. I don't even know when I picked this up, but I'm sure it was at Salvation Army, and I'm sure I only paid like a dollar or two for it. I'm gonna get all the candle wax out of that little hole, and we are going to end up drilling a hole in that centerpiece because we're going to end up putting a Christmas tree down in it. So I just got one of my bits out that I thought that the tree stem would fit in and drilled us a hole. Now we're gonna come in with our sweet pickings. I think I just showed y'all the color. It's a white milk paint. This comes in a powder formula and you have to mix it equal parts powder to equal parts water. So I'm just gonna do one scoop of each. And then we will come in with our little metal whisk and whisk that for a few minutes. And then we will set it to the side and let it thicken for about 10 minutes. Then coming in with my Windex and just giving our project a good clean. I got all that candle wax out of that hole, and we just want to start with a nice clean surface. This is a tree I bought from Hobby Lobby during their end of Christmas sale. I bought several of them, and we are going to knock this concrete or cemented base off just with a hammer over the trash can. It did not take but a few taps, and it came right off. But now we have this glue to deal with. So I'm just going to use my heat gun and melt that glue and wipe it off with a paper towel. And I had to end up doing that a couple times until I could get that base to fit into our hole. It has been about 15 minutes since I mixed this up, so I want to give it another good stir. And then we're going to come in and apply a nice thin layer of the milk paint onto our wooden candle holder. And I want y'all to see, like, how thin this paint is. Like, the first coat always looks a little scary, like, you're not gonna get coverage, but I always zap that dry with my heat gun, and then whenever you come in with the second coat, the paint really sticks to that first layer, and you get a lot better coverage. After I apply my final coat of milk paint, I'm going to force some crackle here with my heat gun. Just focus on certain areas, but kind of keep it moving at the same time, and you will see the paint just start chipping. This is the reason why I love using milk paint for that chippy paint finish. Once your paint is dry, now's the fun part. I'm just going to use my fingers and just go over the surface to get rid of any chippy paint. And here you can kind of force it to kind of chip more if you want to, but just get off as much as you want to get off. And we're going to seal this milk paint with Sweet Pickens, Sweet Pickens dark oil wax. Being a little lazy here by dumping it on my piece, but it works. Gonna apply a nice thin layer. Once we get our project covered, I let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then I come in with one of my blue shop towels and wipe back all the excess oil. Our next step is to add our tree to our gorgeous crackled stand. Just using hot glue here, applying that hot glue into the hole we made, and then shoving that tree stem down in there. Held it for a few minutes until that glue dried and it was nice and sturdy. We're going to use this gorgeous velvet red ribbon I got from Amazon. This is linked in my description box below, along with a lot of other supplies I get off Amazon. If y'all are ever curious, this is some gorgeous ribbon and it was a great deal. Just going to tie this around my tree base, and then this project is all done. I love how this one came out. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I would price it at 19.95. Our third project today is this gorgeous picture I've had in my stash for a few months. I think I paid $2.99 for it from Salvation Army. We're going to start, like always, giving our surface a really good clean so we can make sure that paint sticks. And we're going to come in with the DIY vintage linen because this paint sticks to any surface, and I love that about this paint. I'm going to cut in around the feet. I want to leave the feet, the inside, and the handle this silver color. And I'm just going to carefully cut in with a little brush. And if I happen to get any on an area I don't want it on, this paint is very easily distressed, and I can just come in with a baby wipe and wipe the paint right up. That is another reason why I chose to use this paint, because I am coming in after we get these coats on and heavily distressing this picture. If y'all are enjoying this video today, give it a like and consider subscribing if you have not already. Y'all support is so very welcomed, and I want to see this channel continue to grow and grow and grow. Still amazes me that we are at 5,000 subscribers. Like, I don't even know 5,000 people. So it is kind of mind boggling to me, and I just want y'all to know that it's very appreciated. This has been a dream of mine for a long time, and just to see it to life is just so very incredible. I did have to give this picture a few coats, about 3 coats to get full coverage, and I am misting my previous layer with just a light mist of water just to help that paint from not to grab. Coming in with a wet paper towel, and we're going to distress it the white paint back down to some silver. I just really like that look. And then I gave our project a seal with the Dixie Belt flat clear coat. We're going to be using a image from the Gloria Paint and Lay book. This is the 2024 IOD release. I'm starting by just cutting off some extra pieces that I thought would get in the way. We are going over a weird round and concave surface, so we do have to keep that in mind. I did cut the words out from the center of it. I figured it would be easier when I go to lay down just to do that separately. I missed my paint inlay over to the side, and now I'm going to apply another. This is the second coat of the Dixie Belt flat clear coat. I've already added a coat of this over the whole picture. Now I'm just adding a second coat over to the area I plan to apply my paint inlay. We're going to come in and start applying the inlay, just smoothing those wrinkles out as we lay down. I'm working side to side, holding up that other side until I can get this side laid how I want it to lay. And I did have to give a little bit of relief cuts in there because it wasn't laying flat. Then I noticed my clear coat was a little too dry, so I just picked it back up, added some more clear coat, and then laid the other side down. Needed to add a few relief cuts to that side too, so I decided to go ahead and add a little bit more of my medium and then applied that other side. I'm then going to come in and mist that area and then smooth down one more time with my fingers. I'm now going to mist the paint side of this part of the inlay, apply a little bit more clear coat, and then I decide to cut that bottom word off because I did not think it was going to fit inside of our design. I'm going to apply that paint inlay, pressing lightly with my fingers and then remisting it. And then I will come in with a blue shop towel and get up any excess water off my project. Like we have already discussed in crafted in patient crafter over here. So I dried that with my heat gun. Only took about a minute. And now I'm coming in with my mister once again. I'm going to let that water soak into those papers and then gently start peeling our protective, or excuse me, our paint inlay off of the surface. If it starts to feel like it's tugging a little too much, apply a little bit more water and then give it a few seconds and then it should peel right up. I did rip mine a little bit, but it wasn't any of the important bits. We're going to peel that wording off and I think this came out great. I did dry that paint with my heat gun and then took it outside and applied a sealer over top of it so we did not smear our inlay. And I love how this project came out. It's very simple but elegant. I would price this at $23.95. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this project. And that is it for today's video. I really hope y'all enjoyed these projects today. Let me know which one was your favorite in the comments. And thank y'all so much for being here. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.